Good morning. It's good to be here again today with Congressman Murphy, except on his turf this time, at least very close to it. Congressman Murphy is quite an outstanding man, an outstanding leader, and an outstanding congressman, and we are extremely fortunate to have him not only supporting us on this issue, but leading the fight to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Or quarterbacking it, as he says. I like that term. My name is Alexander Nicholson, as Jared mentioned earlier. I'm the Executive Director of Servicemembers United, which is the largest organization of gay and lesbian troops and vets and their straight allies in the country. Servicemembers United is an all-veteran organization that represents the gay, military, veteran, and defense community on the issues that affect their service and their lives, especially Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We're here today in Philadelphia for the first event of what will be a 5-week-long series of events around the country to draw attention to and elucidate public debate on the imminent upcoming change to the Don't Ask, Don't Tell law that bars known gay men and women from open service in the U.S. military. It's quite fitting that we're here in Philadelphia kicking off this tour today, not just because of the significance of this city to the American historical experience and to the ideals of equality and freedom, and not just because the lead sponsor of the repeal bill is from this area, but it's also quite fitting because the very first service member to be discharged for being gay from the U.S. Armed Forces, Lieutenant Gotthold Frederick Ensslin, was actually discharged right outside of the city at Valley Forge in March of 1778. And as if that weren't enough, this area is also where, at roughly the same time, Baron Friedrich von Steuben of Prussia, an openly gay man, turned the Continental Army into a professional fighting force and created the regulations for order and discipline of the troops of the United States, also known as the U.S. military's Blue Book. The irony there is that those who argue that known gay men and women should not be allowed to serve claim that our presence undermines good order and discipline. If they knew their military history, however, they would realize that not only do we not undermine good order and discipline, we are in fact responsible for it. In 2002, just 6 months after 9/11, I was personally affected by this law when my command was forced to honorably but involuntarily discharge me pursuant to Don't Ask, Don't Tell because I had been outed within my unit as gay. I was trained by the Army as a human intelligence collector, one of the most critical intelligence fields, and I speak 5 languages, including Arabic. Yet this law forced my command to fire me and barred me from re-entry into the military, depriving our armed forces of yet another critical asset when that asset was needed most. My own experience is exemplary of the unquantifiable costs of Don't Ask, Don't Tell that the general public rarely hears about firsthand. This is why, once again, we're taking our advocacy onto the road with the Voices of Honor tour to show the American public that this is the face of a gay soldier, and this is the cost of maintaining Don't Ask, Don't Tell, a multilingual human intelligence collector who speaks Arabic, has an advanced degree, and would go back into the military in a heartbeat if Don't Ask, Don't Tell were repealed tomorrow. Thank you.